Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from skiessentials.com. Welcome to our 2023 ski test. Today we're talking about the Blizzard Hustle 11. I think this is my personal favorite out of the new Hustle line. They're all great. I just had a blast skiing this Hustle 11 this past season. If you're unfamiliar with the Hustle line, basically what Blizzard's doing here is they're taking the shapes of the Rustler collection, in this case the Rustler 11, and they're just building them with a lighter core and construction that's more reliant and more focused on carbon. So it basically you add up all those things and they're just more appropriate as alpine touring skis. Those Rustler skis, and particularly the Rustler 11, is a fantastic powder ski, fantastic freeride ski, but with the metal laminate, it's a little bit on the heavy side. And Blizzard did a fantastic job with these skis, kind of retaining everything we like about the Rustlers and just shedding a little bit of weight, so you have a more efficient, easier ascent when you're out there in the backcountry. So starts with a different wood core in these skis. We get True Blend Freeride wood core. Blizzard has laminated poplar, beech, and paulownia in different sections of the ski in kind of a cool multi-layer wood core format. What they can do with True Blend is they actually change the placement of each of those types of wood dependent on the length. So that allows them to control the longitudinal stiffness and really give each length the proper performance, rather than building one ski like a 180 and then sizing it up and down from there without changing it. Sometimes that can create some kind of weird nuances in how a ski feels. And then instead of metal in these skis, we get carbon. So if you think about those Rustler skis and their DRT, their Flipcore DRT construction, that dynamic release technology is quite reliant on the partial metal laminate. So you get that full width metal underfoot and then tapering and ending before the tips and tails of the ski. They've basically done the exact same thing here, but with carbon. So carbon is lighter. It's also more energetic. So not only are we shedding some weight, but are kind of changing the flex pattern and the properties of the ski, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Taking a look at shape, we get a rocker camber rocker profile, just like the Rustler 11. As you move up in width in either the Rustler or the Hustle collections, you get more and more rocker. So this being the widest, we get quite long rocker lines. You know, this is really more of a powder ski than anything else. We're 112 underfoot here, so it's going to be pretty wide. Taking a look at the weight, this ski in a 180 centimeter length comes in right at 1,950 grams. So it's not the lightest ski in the world, but considering it's 112 underfoot and 180 centimeters in length, that's light enough. It's easily light enough to justify using as an alpine touring ski. And then I mentioned flex pattern. You really do feel more of a snappy, energetic flex pattern in these skis compared to Rustlers. So application for these skis, I think with the Hustle 10 and 11, it starts to become a pretty interesting conversation. The 9 does feel more dedicated as a touring ski, in my opinion, where the 10 and 11 have, I think, more versatility. So say you're shopping for a powder ski, you're shopping within Blizzard's line, you're basically narrowed down to the Rustler 11 or the Hustle 11. That's oversimplifying things a little bit. They do have some other skis, but for this sake, let's focus on those two skis. So if you spend 100% of your time in the resort, probably the Rustler 11 is going to be better for you. If you're doing some amount of alpine touring as well as resort skiing, if you're thinking about a hybrid binding like a Shift or a Duke PT, I would say Hustle 11 is the way to go. You know, it's still a pretty strong ski. It's not just a noodle. It's not super flimsy. It's not just going to get deflected if you're skiing it fast and aggressively. You can do all those things on it. It's just, you know, you just save a little bit of energy when you're going up, because you're shaving quite a bit of weight here. Now, the other thing that I think is interesting about them is say you're not going to be doing much touring at all, and you're still kind of choosing between that Rustler 11 and the Hustle 11, you can kind of just focus on the difference in their feel and let that guide your decision. So Rustlers are going to have a damper feel, a smoother, kind of quieter flex pattern. They absorb vibrations in the snow surface a little bit better. So if you like that feel, then chances are Rustler is going to be better than you no matter what. Now, Hustle 11, on the other hand, it's certainly not a slouch. It can handle high speeds, but what you gain is you gain more energy and I think a overall more playful feel, which is pretty impressive because it's not like the Rustler 11 is not a playful ski. This just takes it to another level with its quickness and its responsiveness. Loves to pop off natural hits, loves to be in the air. That's kind of like the first thing that I noticed about it. Loves to make little slashy, smeary turns here and there. And it's just a super, super fun ski. So if you kind of have that more energetic skiing style, and maybe you're not super concerned with like top end, high speed stability, even if you're not touring, I would say at least take a look at the Hustle 11 here. It's an awesome ski, super fun to ski, and I never, through my testing on it and in our ski test as well, no one ever really said like, oh, this ski just doesn't have enough stability. So although they took some weight out of it, although they took the metal out of it, it's still a pretty strong ski. So big kudos to Blizzard there. And that's it. I think that's plenty of information about the Hustle 11. As always, let us know if you have any questions about it, and we'll see you out there, maybe in the backcountry.